Welcome everyone to Socorro Hills. It's been a little while since we've been here. It's the home of the Warblers. They battle the Olympians today. Game number 77 here at Cheese League Baseball. Adeline McClary on the hill for the Olympians, and Ian Duke gets the start for the Warblers. Marty Hull leads it off for the Olympians. Got a look here at Duke. Four-seamer, cutter, slider, curve. More of a velocity pitcher, a mid-range velocity. Lower on junk and accuracy. And 2-2 on Hull. And got him. Hull strikes out to lead off the game. That brings up Ellie Mullins, who's juiced. She's hitting 195 this season. Should be a power-hitting second baseman here for the Olympians, so I know the Olympians faithful like to see this juiced work in her favor. Instead, she pops out to McLongthorpe with the long run there. Make the out. 2 outs, and that brings up Bernal. And quickly 0-2. Duke is out there dealing. And that one's fouled away. Grounded to Charles at third for the final out of the inning. Nice little look there at Socorro Hills, the only fields here in Cheese League Baseball with the all-dirt infield. And we're actually going to have a change here. Bernal pulled his hamstring, and Getrecht takes his place in the outfield. Gray Rose in. 100 miles an hour. McClary. One's fouled away. 1-2. Rose hits that one. To Mullins for the first out. Judy Charles steps in, third baseman. She's juiced as well. Looks at a ball. There for McClary. Four-seamer, slider, curve, and change from McClary. Definitely more of a velocity pitcher. You can see the velocity meter quite high, so she'll bring the gas. There's a strike. That one's popped up, and there's Getrecht out there in right field. Puts it away for the second out. And John steps in. Now it's hit right at Mullins for the final out. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Olympians in the top of the second. Joy Trickster steps in. She's juiced as well, having a good season. 391, 3 homers, and 10 RBIs. Try to get her to chase. 3-1 now, and Trickster. There's a strike. Duke works back. That one's hit very well, but very foul. And he. I was for sure going to call her out on that one. Instead, she walks. Now Gertie Booper's in, and Trickster steals second. 1-1 now on Booper. There's a strike in the outside part of the plate. 1-2. Try to get her to chase outside. 2-2 now. Grounded to Charles. Fields it across the diamond for the first out. That brings up Panada. The Olympians are 10-5. The Warblers are 8-6. Both teams in the Pepperjack division. Quickly 0-2 on Panada. Hits that one quite well. I think that's a little bit higher than it is far. Ortiz is there for the second out. And the runner advances to third. So 2 outs, runner on third. Neil Shaw steps in. He's among the league leaders in RBIs. If not, is the league leader. That was grounded right back to Duke for the final out. 4, 5, 6 due up now for the Warblers. Bottom of the second. I mentioned the Warblers 8-6. They're 2 games back from the Marauders in the Pepperjack division. As Kenneth Watson looks at strike. And now 1-2. Watson is also juiced. There's a ball low. 2-2. Grounded. Booper with the diving stop. And she's safe. So Watson digs it out there. So Barneswell in now. Bad jumps is activated for Watson there at first. And quickly 0-2 on Barneswell. Gets away from Hull behind the plate. Runner advances to second. And that one's popped up. Little looper. And that drops in front of foul. Runner's coming home. And out. Foul with the gun. Throws out Watson at home. I don't know why they would have sent her in the first place. That was hit to shallow left field, but nonetheless. There's one out now. Runner on first. Bear Yang steps in. And 1-2 to Yang. Grounded. Little nubber. Clary fields it. Fires to Benata for the second out. And there's a Nico McLongthrope. We just saw Nico's sister, Raina McLongthrope. And that one's hit. And, oh, Getrek tried to knock that one down. He was unable to. Tried to trap it, I should say. Run scores, so the Warblers now lead it 1-0. As Blake Ortiz steps in with 2 outs and a runner on first. That one's hit into right field as well. It's Ortiz on. 2-out single. Runners on first and second. Rip Lynn steps in. Popped up. Getrek camps under it. The final out. So the Warblers get a run here. They lead at 1-0 and we go to the top of the third. Saying that, we just saw Raina McLongthrope. The Marauders won their last 2 games. They're a half game ahead of the Olympians in the Pepperjack division now. One's grounded to Johns for the first out. Pepperjack division is getting a lot more interesting. Battle between the Marauders and the Olympians. Bowles steps in now. Number 9 hitter. 2-1. And fouled away. 3-2 now on Bowles. And Duke walks him. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Marty Hull, 0 for 1 today. Bowles is a pretty decent runner there at first. 40th pitch there from Duke. There's a strike, 2-1 now on Hull. Hull hits that one very well. Does that have the distance? It does not. Just warning track power. Lynn tracks it down. Very long out there from Marty Hull.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Ellie Mullins steps in. Hits that one very well. But right at Barneswell. Boy, that was a frozen rope. Top of the order up now for the Warblers here in the bottom of the third. Gray Rose steps in. Let's check in on McClary. 31 pitches. There's a grounder to Mullins. We have our first out. Charles steps in 0 for 1.
Number 16.
96 in the gun from McClary. Seen her hit it. 102, I believe. 2-2. Grounded right back to McClary. Second out. Brings up Johns, who's 0 for 1 and should be more of a contact hitter. Should be a guy to get on base, but not happening this year. That one is grounded to Booper for the final out. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Olympians. Getrek leads it off here. Replacement
Number 17.
for Bernal. And He hits a base hit up the middle to lead off the 4th inning.
Now batting the designated hitter.
And that brings up Joy
Number
Trickster,
13.
who walked her first time up. Very good speed on the bases there. I didn't realize Getrek ran so well. They check on him. He slides in safely. 1-1 now on Trickster. And the 2-1. Duke delivers, and he's way outside. And there's a strike. Duke works back. Full count now on Trickster. And he walks her.
Now batting the shortstop.
I think that was what Duke wanted to do. That brings up Gertie Booper with no outs. Very good speed on the base. Double steal action. And thrown out. Nico McLongthrob threw out at third. And good dig over there by Charles at third base. Nonetheless, Booper is walked. So we're right back to
The first baseman.
runners at
Number
first and
15.
second. 1 out now with Spencer Panada up. Looks at a strike from Duke. And 95 in the gun there from Duke. That's about as high as we'll see him hit. That one's hit very well and kind of drops in left field. Extra bases here. 1 run scores. And 2 runs come home. It's a 2 out, 2 RBI double.
Now pitching.
And we're going to have a pitching change.
9.
Clemens comes in relief of Duke as Neil Shaw steps in. Olympians lead it now 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. I apologize, I said 2 out, there's only 1 out. 2-2 now on Shaw. And past the diving Charles. That'll be extra bases as well. And it's a 1 out RBI double for Shaw. The Olympians lead it 3-1. Warner foul steps in. He's 0 for so far today. And they check on him. Dives back in safely. That one's kind of short hop there by Yang
Now batting
for the second out.
third baseman. Number 20.
Liam Bowles now steps in. Looks at a strike from Clemens. Little worm burner down the right field line. 0-2 now. And 1-2 from that one's hit. That might drop into no man's land. No. Ortiz is there for the 3rd out. The Olympians get 3 runs here in the top of the 4th. They lead at 3-1. Part of the order due up, though,
Shortstop.
for the Warblers.
10.
Kenna Watson steps in. She hits that one, but right at Shaw. The 1st out. Brings up Barneswell, who's 1 for 1 today.
15.
Grounded. Booper's there. Across the diamond. And got him by half step. 2nd out.
Number 11.
Brings up Bear Yang. Again to Booper for the final out of the inning. Boy, McClary's really working out there. Really working. Really making some quick work of these Warblers hitters
Number 16.
after that little flub. Top of the order now for the Olympians. Ooh, Clemens. Way inside. 3-0 to Hull. There's a strike. Clemens throwing slider there. And he walks Hull.
Now batting
Lead off
the
the
second baseman. Number 14.
top of the 5th here. That brings up Ellie Mullins. The 1-0 to Mullins. And that one's hit to Watson. She throws to Yang, and that's all they're going to get is the lead runner.
Batting the right fielder. Number 17.
That brings up Getrek. He hit his first time up. That was Charles' little liner for the 2nd out.
Now batting the designated hitter.
Now Trickster
Number
steps in. She has
13.
2 walks today. She might lead the league in walks. Clemens got a nasty little slider there. That one's a swinging bunt there to Clemens for the final out. Boy, yeah, he's a nasty little slider. You see that? Good action on it. Mid-80s slider. Nonetheless, we go to the bottom of the fifth here, and Nico McLongthorpe steps in. That one's hit into the left center gap. Extra bases for sure. McLongthorpe goes into second, slides in safely. So a leadoff double here for the Warblers. Blake Ortiz steps in. Actually, we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Holloway's going to step in for Ortiz. That one's hit and drops in. McLongthorpe comes home, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Good call there by the Warblers manager. Holloway with the RBI single. Brings up Rip Lynn. He pops that one up. Mullins is there for the first out. Ray Rose now shuffles into the batter's box. He's 0 for 2 today. Let's take a look here at McClary. That one's hit the Mullins. Can they turn two here to Booper? To Panada for the inning-ending double play. Check on McClary next inning that she's on the hill. Go to the top of the sixth now. And Barnett's going to take over. A couple of changes there. Johnson's now at right field. Barnett is at first base. 5, 6, and 7 up here for the Olympians. In the top of the sixth, Booper hits one quite well. Does that have the distance? No, it's warning track power. Lynn puts it away for the first out. Panada now. 1 for 2 today. Clemens is still working away out there out of the bullpen for the Warblers. Doing an admirable job. That one's grounded to Yang for the second out. And Shaw steps in. He's 1 for 2. Double and an RBI today. He's an RBI machine. Ball very high. 1-1. Inside strike. 1-2. Ball way outside. 2-2. And oh, that's off Clements. And Shaw is safe. Now Foul steps in. He's 0 for 2 today. Good speed on the bases here for the Olympians. I say that about any of their players up and down this order, really. And a high outside strike. 1-2 on foul. Popped up, but it's going to get off the screen. 1-2. Check on the runner, safe. I say just work the hitter. And ooh, that one's off of McLongthorpe. 2-2 now. And Clemens flashing in the red. That one's hit very well. And gone. Just snuck over the fence there. 377-foot shot. 2-run homer. Fouls second home run and 8th RBI of the season. So the Olympians now lead it 5-2. And Clemens is out of the game. Middleman comes in as Liam Bowles steps in. Lefty hurler is Middleman. That one's popped up. Lynn, rather, was there. Put it away for the final out. The Olympians get 2 runs here in the top of the 6th. They lead at 5-2 as Evans now in at first base. A little defensive replacement for the Olympians. Trying to shore up their defense. Charles leads it off here. Clary just past the 50 pitch mark. Looking pretty comfortable. Velocity's down quite a bit, now actually flashing red in the accuracy column. Or row. Grounded right to Evans for the first out. So let's see how much longer McClary lasts. the 5th pitch. Grounded 2 bowls across the diamond. Will be second out. Kenna Watson. Actually, we're going to have a pitching change. So Blaze comes in out of the Olympians bullpen. And there's a liner right to Bowles for the final out. Going now to the top of the 7th. Top of the order due up here for the Olympians.
The catcher, number 16.
Middleman still working out of the Warblers bullpen. 2-1 now to Hull. Big curveball there, 3-1. And full count. And tried to get him to chase. Hull almost checked his swing, but instead he walks.
Number 14.
Brings up Ellie Mullins, who's juiced but 0 for 3 today. And there's a strike. I was going to say the Middleman may have lost the zone here, but he's working back. That one's popped up. Yang's out there, makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 17.
Getrek steps in. He's 1 for 2 today. Looks like a strike from Middleman. There's another strike, 0-2. Tough out is activated. There's a ball way outside. And again, try to get him to chase. They go right at him. Getrek hits that one quite well. Johns is there. It's away for the second out.
Now batting, the designated
Trickster
hitter,
steps in now. She's
number
0 for 1
13.
today with 2 walks. Lefty specialist is activated. Lefty on lefty action here. 1-1. Now 2-1 on Trickster as Middleman delivers. He's got a pretty good ERA coming out of this Warblers bullpen, 4.70. Full count now in Trickster. And got her. Nice little breaking ball, a little curveball on the outside corner. Got Trickster, so we go to the bottom of the 7th. Barneswell leads it off.
Number 27.
And Sims is going to replace Hull behind the plate. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Warblers. That one's hit quite well, but got a little too under it. Fly out to Shaw. First out of the inning. Brings up Yang. This crowd's really getting into it. Really like to see this team pull something out here. There's a strike in the outside corner. 3-1 now in Yang. And Blaze is working back. And Yang walks. So the Warblers have the base runner. Brings up Nico McLongthorpe. 2 for 2 today. A double and a single. Grounded to Bowles, to Mullins, to Evans for the 5-4-3 double play to end the game. Olympians win it. Five 5-0 are the Olympians. 2 6-0 is the line there for the Warblers. The undoing there was that 2-run 6th inning. Really kind of sealed the deal there for the Olympians. Take a look at the offense. The Olympian side, honestly not a lot of hitting from the top of the order. Getrek had a hit. Of course, he replaced Bernal. Pinata with a hit. Shaw, 2 for 3 today. And Fowl, 1 for 3. Of course, Fowl had the home run. And big RBIs also coming from Pinata. On the Warblers side, we have Watson and Barneswell, and Ortiz and Holloway with 1 hit each. And McLongthorpe had a good game, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Holloway also had an RBI. Longthorpe has really stepped up his game. In terms of pitching, McClary gets the win. Her 2nd win of the season. She improves to 2-1. Duke gets the loss. Second loss of the season. He drops to 1-2, and Blaze with the save. Blaze has a really good ERA coming out of that Olympians bullpen too. Let's take a look at the top 3 players now. Werner Fowl, 1 for 3, a homer, 2 RBIs, and a run. Neil Shaw, 2 for 3, a double, and RBI and a run as well. He's just an RBI machine, that guy. And then Nico McLongthorpe does get the shout out here. 2 for 3, a double, RBI, and a run. That's how game number 77 ends here today, folks. The Olympians improved their record to 11-6, or I'm sorry, 11-5. The Warblers go to 8-7. We'll have to see how that impacts the Pepperjack division. But thanks again for watching. If you like this game, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe to our channel here, Geek Cheese on YouTube, for more Cheese League baseball action. We've got lots and lots more games coming. Again, there's 120 regular season games, so got a lot happening, a lot coming yet. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Geek_Cheese for all your schedule announcements and all things Geek Cheese news. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Game 77 in the books. Olympians win. Take care. Bye.